All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We're back with another video and back with something called my listening slash sleeving stack. So this is going to be the first one of this series of videos. So what this is all about, there's lots of great like listening stack videos on the vinyl community, albums you've recently listened to, but for this edition, or for this series of editions, this is going to be albums in my record collection that I don't have sleeves for, or you know how you get a whole bunch of sleeves, you know, those plastic sleeves, whatever kind you use, and you know, you put them on your albums, then you run out of the sleeves, and then you got to get some more, and then you don't get all the sleeves for all your albums, you kind of put them away, that sort of thing. So I thought there's quite a few in my record collection sitting on the shelves that don't actually have sleeves, not all of them, but some of them. And so I thought, instead of just sleeving them, I'd give them a listen before I stick a plastic sleeve on, that sort of thing. So I thought we'd do a listening slash sleeving stack, and this will be one of the few series of videos that I'm actually going to try to remember to number. So this one is number 1. So these are, again, just random records in my collection that don't have sleeves until now. First off, I won't spend too much time on each album, but Black Sabbath's debut album, which, boy, I just really enjoyed listening to this one. Just the sound is just fantastic on this. This is at least an early copy of this great debut album, Black Sabbath. Really enjoyed that. Rick Springfield, Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. Of course, Rick Springfield had a number of pop hits in the early 80s. This one featured the track Don't Talk to Strangers. He was also an actor featured on General Hospital. So there you go. Sutherland Brothers, they have kind of a almost a sort of folk rock, or almost kind of a yacht rock sound. You probably know them as Sutherland Brothers and Quiver. So this is Sutherland Brothers and the album When the Night Comes Down. Just a really nice sound, very easygoing sound. And this, I think, was the only album they recorded outside of the UK, recording this one in LA. But a very enjoyable listen to. And the band Angel, that was on the Casablanca label with Kiss. This is their album Sinful, a band I've always been fascinated with, just because they never really got the success that you think they would have been destined for. I mean, they got some recognition, but were never maybe quite as high in the charts as you might have thought they would be. But a pretty solid album, Angel and Sinful. And Rick Nelson, I do love Rick Nelson's sort of country leanings, and this is the album Rick Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band, Windfall. And I don't think he gets enough credit, certainly as a performer, in terms of the early rock or rockabilly that he was doing, and then when he went into the sort of country sound, country maybe folk sound. I just think just a stellar artist, and a really enjoyable album. Okay, how about Cat Stevens and Foreigner? And side 1 is one track, the Foreigner Suite. And also some of the musicians featured on this one include Herbie Flowers. And yeah, on Island Records, very nice, Cat Stevens and Foreigner. Recently unboxed the Triumph Allied Forces box. This is Triumph's album Thunder 7. Not a bad Triumph album. Pretty indicative of their sound. The Alarm and Declaration, and yeah, finally got a copy of this not too long ago. And I don't know, like, this has a nice little punch in the hole punch here. It says Chum across here, and I don't know if this was, I don't think it was a radio copy. It may have been a radio promotion. Chum, big station in Toronto, certainly back in the day. This might have been Chum AM, who knows? But Chum FM, you know, great Toronto station. So this may have been a Chum Records giveaway. But The Alarm from Wales, and always enjoyed. This is definitely one of their best albums. Blaze of Glory, 68 Guns, really nice. And always enjoyed Joan Armatrading. She's just an absolutely terrific performer. And this is, I think, her second or third album, I want to say, but it is simply titled Joan Armatrading. Always a pleasure to listen to. And I have sleeved a couple of the recent Record Store Day drop number 1. This was really a lot of fun to listen to. This was the Elton John release, the debut album that never was. This is Regimental Sergeant Zippo, sort of real kind of pop psych kind of thing, pretty light, but Very enjoyable. Finally picked up some groundhogs. This was the mighty groundhogs, if you will, and Who Will Save the World. Great blues rock, and this was a nice record store day drop release with a whole bunch of extra goodies inside. And this one, man, really enjoyed this one. This was a pleasant surprise. This was the Coal Mine Records, and this was called Soul Slabs Volume 3. And for whatever reason, just with the whole look of it, I thought maybe it was an older label with more obscure stuff, but no, this is of course a current label. And some of the artists that I do recognize now, Duran Jones and the Indications, but this is just outstanding modern soul, or modern take on soul. Really great. I'll definitely have to try and see if I can seek out Volume 1 and Volume 2, although they may be pretty tricky to find. I picked this up. This one was generally okay. This is Brian Wilson and Van Dyke Parks. Of course, Van Dyke Parks worked with Brian Wilson on many occasions, particularly on the Ill-Fated Smile sessions, but this is Orange Crate Instrumentals. So there was the album Orange Crate, and this is just simply instrumentals from that album. This originally was a part of a 2 CD set, so this was the second CD, some instrumentals, and they've released it as a vinyl. And enjoyable, but you know, you don't get any Brian Wilson singing, so you know, not bad, but maybe a selected taste, if you will. And this was from a recent stack of albums that I got on an online auction, and some of the records from that online auction were decent, some in not very good shape at all. This one was in decent shape. Boots Randolph and the Yakety Sax Man, and really enjoyed listening to that, so lots of fun. So these are some recent albums that have been listened to and sleeved, and there'll be more to come, so do take care. Bye-bye.